Hello, welcome. Adam Thomas from Balancing Touch Reflexology. So good to see you, and thanks for joining me today. Well, I'm at a park here with my kids. They're playing over there, and so I just went for a little walk, and I just want to share some information on what each of the feet mean, where they are in time. So I've already created a video about what the toes mean, which when they're pointing in different directions, like if the toes are pointing towards the big toe medially or they're pointing laterally towards the little toe, where in time that is. So today I want to just share with you a little bit of information of where the whole entire feet are, because they play a role as well. The right foot is related, there's a crossover that happens to the left brain, and the left foot is related to the right brain up here. So the qualities of the left brain under big umbrellas, right? You can go and look it up and learn more about it, but under big topics, it's basically your controlling side of your brain, where the other side is more of the creative brain. So our left foot is more of our creative foot, and the right foot is more of the controlling foot. The right foot, which is related to the left side, left brain, is more of the controlling side. That's basically the energy that has come from the past, where we have come from, right? So the right foot, so any type of issue in the right foot, the bigger topic is kind of where the person has come from, the past, whereas the left foot is in the present time. Right? And that can also give us hints into moving into the future, right? So now we know those two things. Right down the center, so if the feet are pointing straight ahead, it's the same as the toes. That is the here and now, where they're growing. They know where they're going, right? That's where the direction that they're heading. Any foot that's turning off of that, it acts the same way. So any foot that's turning medially is looking towards the past. Any foot that's turning laterally, right, outward, is looking towards the future, right, or out into what's coming. And so this is really interesting. So when you see people's posture and their feet are maybe one side's turned and the other one's turned in, it kind of like, you know, if you drop them in the middle of the desert, a flat plane basically, you would notice that they'd probably, you know, for example, if their right foot is turning outward, well, if you plunked them down and you told them to walk straight on a blank surface, they would end up walking around in circles. So in that part of their life, they might feel like they're just walking around in circles, right? And so also the right foot has to do with kind of masculine energy, and then it also has to do with their profession, work related kind of topics, right? And so that person, if their foot is turning outward, might feel in their career that they keep walking around in circles, right? So it's really gives us a lot of information there too. And then also on the other side here on the left, so again, if the one turns out this way looking toward the future and they're kind of spiraling that way, if you drop them down into, you know, the middle of the desert and told them to walk straight, they might feel like, so the other topics there are creative, it's related to kind of feminine qualities, and also, so that has to do with more of personal life stuff. So in relationships and personal life, they might feel like they're going around in circles and things like that. So it's really cool that we can get a lot of information just by which way the feet are turned. And then also how to play with this. Oh, there's a couple of mosquitoes around here, I'm feeling them. Also with these, you have the general, which I already mentioned, but the right foot has to do with past time experience, where they have come from, and the left foot is where they are right now and where they're going, right? So this gives us a lot of information to work with if they're turning in, turning out. So I like to say if they're turning in, they're kind of looking backwards to their past, to sort of their regrets, basically, could be looking back at. And if they're looking out to their future, looking to their future threats, right? So threats and regrets. I like to keep that really simple. So that gives me something to work with as well. So that is some other insight on the feet, right? How they can work as the full foot instead of just the little toes moving around. You also have the bigger picture of the left foot and the right foot. So hopefully that information makes a little bit of sense to you. I know it's fun, and when you start adding these layers on, it starts to get more complicated and more of the story can start to develop, but it's been really interesting to, especially when you're dealing with a client and the topic comes up, and then you're able to, you know, talk about, you know, how does it feel like you're walking around, you know, going in circles in your career when you can see one foot, the left foot sitting straight and the right foot turning, right? So this is really cool information, and I just wanted to share it with you. So I hope that helps. I'm going to get back to playing with my kids. So until next time, this is Adam Thomas from Japan. Remember to keep those feet happy. Bye-bye. Let me know what you thought of this video by leaving a comment below. Any type of feedback can be useful. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you found it useful, feel free to share it with anybody who might be interested. Make sure that you have subscribed to this channel if you haven't already. And make sure that you hit, or better yet, step on that bell icon so you know when the next video is coming out. And if you have some more time, why don't you check out some other videos. Till next time, this is Adam Thomas from balancingtouch.ca.